funfold. It was something that I've been inspired by on Pinterest. Oh dear. Kelly was the last name. Dougherty. Eileen Dougherty. Kelly, I think her name is. I might not have pronounced it right. She just put a picture on Pinterest, and I've done my version, so they're not her measurements at all, because she didn't put any on. This part here was a square, whereas I'm using rectangles. So without further ado, you will need a piece of card, and it will need to measure 11.5 by 7. So 11.5 by 7. I'm using, you could say basic beige, because that's the closest. It's Sahara sand, but it's basic beige. So we're going to put it in on the horizontal side. So that's your portrait, that's your horizontal, and I'm going to score it at 2.5. So let's just make sure that that's okay. Going to score it at 2.5, and then at 4.5. 4.5, and then at 7. So extend the arm. 7. And then at 9 inches. Okay. Now, I'm going to put it in at 1.25 on the 7-inch side. So we're having it in portrait. So we're going to put it in at 1.25. So I'm going to get it to 1.25, and I'm going to look what I've done. Let's see, I'm going to do it that way, aren't I? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, now this should be exactly the same but both ways, is it? Just let me double check on that in case it's not. Yes, that'll work. Right, so I'm going to put it in at 1.25, and the first score line, so that's the first score line there, I'm going to put my blade in it. So right on the score line I'm going to put it. So my blade's on the score line, and I'm going to put in at 1.5, cut down to, yeah, that looks right, cut down to the 4 inches. So make sure my trimmer's right. So from my score line, so that score line there, I'm going to cut down to 4 inches. So I'll show you that. Let me just pick it up. So here we've got 2, 3, and you see it's nearly picked it up. Where is 4? It's about, is it that? There it is. So I've cut from the score line down to 4 inches. Then I'm going to put it in again at, did I, I'm going to put it in at 1.25 again. So I think I'll, no, I'll do it. No, I won't. I'll risk it. 1.25 on the other side. So I'm going to use the other side now. So it's 1.25. So I'm placing it at 1.25. I'm going to put my blade on that first score line and make sure that my guide is the 0 at the top there. And then I'm going to come down to the 4 inches. Now make sure you've got your card straight as well. So I'm using it, that guide, to 4 inches. Okay, then I'm going to place it in at 4 inches. Just let me make sure that that looks right. 4 inches. So that looks right. 4 inches. And I'm now going to cut between those cut lines. So I'm getting my blade where it's on the cut line, and I'm making sure that that's at the top, and I'm just going to cut between those cut lines. So you'll end up with it being like that. Okay, so let's just bring my template back, make sure that that's absolutely fine. Right, now let's just move that out of the way and shut up this a bit. Right, I'm going to go back in again at 1 1/4, and this time I'm going down to 1, 2, the 3rd score line. So 1 score line, 2 score line, 3 score line, making sure I've got that absolutely at 1 1/4, and I'm going to place my blade at that score line. So it's the 1, 2, 3rd score line down, putting my blade in, and then I'm going to cut that down. Let's see. I didn't let's see, that should be 8.5, not cut up to 9.5. So what did I do? So I want to go, let me just double check, and I'll go back down again. So that was 1.5, wasn't it? So 1.5, 7, yeah, 8.5. So I'm going back down to 8.5. So I'm making sure that that's on 0. My blade's on that score line, and I'm going to 8.5. So I'm just going to have to stand above the camera, and I can just see my 8.5 there. Okay, then I'm going to pop it at 1 1/4 on the other side. So I'm putting it at the top at 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. Make sure it's exactly 1 1/4. And then putting it on that 1, 2, 3rd score line. So I'm getting my blade on that 3rd score line, and how I'm doing that is I'm making sure that that groove there is lined up with my score line. I'm making sure that my top 0 is lining up with my card, and making sure my card stays in place at the top. Then I'm going to pull it down to 8.5. Okay, so I'm just going to alter that because I put 9.5 instead of 8.5. So just going to change that in my example. Okay, so now I'm going to put it back in. Now, does this work for 4 inches again? No, it doesn't. So that looks as though that's about right. So I think that's right. I'm going to put it in at 3 inches. So this is the, oh, no, yes, that's right. Yeah, 3 inches. So I'm putting it in at 3 inches, and I'm going to get my blade side there, and I'm going to cut between my cut line, making sure that that's level at the top, and that will take it down to 5 3/4. Yeah, that should be right. 5 3/4. No, yeah, I'll just think, is it down to 5 3/4? Yeah, it is 5 3/4. There we go. So we should end up with it looking like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back so that the first flap is on your right hand side. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold the outer two bits, not this bit, leave that. So I'm going to get my bone folder and just make sure that you've got this level. Okay, and if you want to, you can rub out that score line a bit, won't really matter. And I like to just go over my edges. So there, we've got that. So we've done that over like that. Let me just turn it around. See if and then we're going to bring this, so that was, we folded that over. Now we're going to fold it back on itself to bring this over here. So we'll turn it the opposite way round and give it a good crease all the way down that. And then I'm just going to open it up and crease underneath. Okay, so we've folded that to a mountain. That's going to be a valley. Then we're going to go to a mountain again, just the edge pieces like this. So again, make sure it's true and lined up. Make sure got nice there. I'm going to score that, and then I'm going to come here and just get rid of these burrs, rub out my score line a bit, doesn't really matter, but I'm just doing that to show you can do that. And then, so we did a mountain, valley, mountain, and we're going to go back to a valley, folding that over and score it all the way down. Okay, so just make sure that I'm opening it out and just get rid of that there. So you will see at the moment it's got your 3 there, but it's only got 2 here because we need to add a bit extra on. So we'll add that on later. So we'll start to decorate now. So I've got a piece of Cajun craze, and the Cajun craze measures 2 3/8 by 6 7/8, and I've got a piece of DSP. This is current. It's slightly reduced. I'm not sure whether it's in clearance or whether it's just in the normal catalogue. I can't remember now, but it's called Dandy Designs. And if you were lucky like me, you bought stuff at Celebrations and you got it at Celebration, okay, for free. So 2 1/4 by 6 3/4 is your DSP. Now you want 2. Just let me double check whether that, no, I'm telling you fibs, you want 3. So you want 3 at 2 3/8 by 6 7/8. So you want 3 of those, and your DSP you want 3 of your 6 3/4 by your 2 1/4. Okay, so I thought these Cajun craze looked nice with the, which side? Yeah, I'm going to use that side, with the Calypso coral. I'm going to use that, and then so it was a very versatile pack. It's a big pack, so you got lots of papers. I think I want to say 48. So we're going to have a nice even border around that. Oops. Take it too far down, I think. Oh. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this on here like this. So we'll stick one on, we'll stick them on as we go. So, and they are definitely all the same, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay, so we're going for an equal increment all the way round on the basic beige, you can call it. So we're going like that, and then I'm going to open that back there, and we'll go for the next bit here. So let's stick these two together. So it's a beautiful day today. If you're tuning in when I'm not live, then I'm filming about 10 to 6 on Sunday evening, and the temperature is still lovely and warm. Sun is still shining, so that's great. It's a lovely day. So it feels like summer, as it should do. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to put this on here. So we're going to have equal increment all the way round. Make sure I get that right. Okay. So that goes like that, and then the final one I'm going to put on here. As I say, this paper is very versatile. You can do a lot with it. I have certainly done a lot with it. Equal increment again. Down a little bit. Oops, seems to be that. Okay. Seems to come up a bit. There we go. I'm just going to put that down. Okay, and with my pattern, it doesn't really matter which way. So then this is going to go on the end one. So, and of course your pattern papers go together. So you've got quite a lot you can do with it. You didn't want to have these all the same. You could change the colours that I'm using. Well, you could do it with any colours really. Okay, so we've got that so far. Right, now I've got a piece of 3 pieces of Cajun craze that measures 3 1/8 by 4 1/4. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick that on the top of this, here like this, with an equal border. So I've given myself a little bit more border on this, so I'm going to stick these on here. So I'm going to make sure I've got an equal border. So I'm looking at my pieces and not really looking at that side, but just make sure that you've not got it wonky. Okay, and then I decided to let's see, I think that'll be I think somehow I've leaked some glue on, but I think that'll be fine. I've used the Stitch So Sweetly largest die for this, and I built it around this die to what sizes I've done my paper. Now if you want to know roughly what size this die is, because you might want to just put contrasting piece, let me get another piece, you might want to put a contrasting piece, and that's roughly 2 7/8, call it 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so you want 3 of these, so 3 of that and 3 of these. So again, Cajun craze, so we're going to open it back up and I'm going to stick this on. So I gave you the measurements, but just in case, that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/4. So we're going to put this on here. So I've pulled in some old sets and some old dies. I like to keep using all mine. So again, I'm looking for equal increment on them, and just make sure that these are the level here. Okay, and then I'm going to stick another of my papers on top. So there's lots you can do with this. I just thought it was very versatile. I'm making a male, but this I could do very fancy for a female, really. So whether I will make a female one and film it to what put on for a female, if you'd like me to do that, please put it in the comments. Right, now, because we need this to come out so that it goes like this, so that we've got a staggered look, we needed to cut a piece of very vanilla, not very vanilla, I'm calling it basic beige. It's the horror sand, but basically it's closest I've got to that colour. Right, so that's 3 3/8 by 4 1/2, and we're going to stick this. So I can't remember whether I've got to stick this about, I think actually I'm going to put it on and bring it 1/2 inch out, because I think there's just 1/2 inch. Yes, there is 1/2 inch difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab half and I'm going to stick some glue on this bit here. So not on all of it. And then I'm going to roughly put it in place, thinking about 1/2 inch roughly. But I'm going to bring this over and then going to make sure that that is adjusted and use my ruler to bring it to 1/2 inch. So make sure you've got it at the bottom as well. So I'm going to have to tuck that in a bit more. It's easier to pull it out actually, so let's see. Oh, that's 1/2 inch. That's about 1/2 inch. It's not quite level. Let's see. A little bit. See now whether that's 1/2 inch. I think that's good. Yeah. 1/2 inch. I think that's it. Okay, right. Okay, so there we've got that. Just go over there like that. Okay, so now we're going to put our Persian greys on, which I've already given you the measurements for. So you just need 3 of these. And this is going to go with equal increments all the way. Okay, and you're happy, commit. Just go back, just have a look. Yeah, so there and there, so it follows through nicely. And then I'm going to put my Stitch So Sweetly on. I just thought the stars are really neutral for males as well as females, so just thought I'd go with the stars celebrating birthdays, really. And then I'm just going to go back in, make sure that these are all lined up, that I'm happy with those, and I am. Okay, and now we're going to decorate. So I've got the is it typical, I won't say well said, or is it, just looking it up because I've left it out. I have left it out, I'm sure I have. Can't find it, but I think want to say dies. I have left it out. Want to say dies. So these are still current. So I've got them because the birthday is nice and big, and you get this lovely shadow effect. So I'm doing that. So you just have to follow the birthday, and you can see where it fits. Just give yourself equal bit there, and now we go a bit there. Okay, oh, now I seem to have got glue everywhere. Not doing very well today. Okay, and then, so I've cut it out in Cajun Craze, you can see, and got Happy in gold and Birthday in gold. Okay, and then that can go on here. Okay, and then what I decided to do, because we've got this lovely happy birthday, I'm going to put it at an angle, but I wanted to have sun as well, but I wanted the effect of shadow. So I've used my alphabet, Playful Alphabet it's called, and I just stuck sun onto some Crayon Craze, and I just cut round it to give it that shadow. Now I think I am going to pop it up on dimensionals. I wasn't going to do, but I've just decided I am now. Let's have the fun. So I'm going to stick not to the absolute outside, because I don't know whether it's going to go over. So I'm just going to bring it a little in and not cut it, not do it so close to the edges. There's one, seem to be fetching the backs off. I'll stick another one because I'm only using minis. I'll stick another one there. Right, so let's peel these off. Chuck them straight in my bin, because you're forever walking these all over your house, and surprising where you find them. And I stuck that the other way. Oh dear, that's still sticking. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, what am I doing? Come off. There we go. That. And that fell on somewhere. So I'm going to put that at an angle. So I think I'll do that there, and then stick my sun underneath. So that can go right to the edge. That's not a problem this time. I'll stick 3 on there. So I decided to stick the sun the right way. So I'll put my sun at an angle down here. There we go. And we're ready to decorate the next one. Now I decided to bring an old set out, drive-by. We got this free in a celebration, and I thought I wanted to do You've Got Style, so I thought this was a bit fun. I think shall I do? No, I like it, although it's going the same way as Happy Birthday. I'm not too worried about that, and I'm going to be hand giving this, so I'm going to go for dimensionals on this as well. So it will be a bit puffy, this card, but fun. Okay, so got these. So what I did was I on Very Vanilla, I actually stamped my image, and I stamped it in garden green, and I don't know, it's not picking it up very well. It's not ultra sparkle, but what I wanted to do was I wanted to make it shadowy. So I've actually used my Wink of Stella, and I just put the garden green ink on here, picked it up with my Wink of Stella, and just painted the car with it. I used grey, basic grey. I did a light touch for the outer wheels and the inner bit, and then I kept going over to get the darker bit there. And the balloons, I've used pecan pie. Now I want to say summer splash, and it's not. It's shy shamrock. I use shy shamrock and petunia pop. Thought for some different coloured balloons. And then I've used my everyday label punch, I want to say it is, just to cut my You've Got Style out. So I did that in garden green as well. So garden green with that. And we'll do You've Got Style there. Okay. And my window I just did with my blend. Oh, and I was going to do the yellow and I've forgotten. So I just pull out lemon lolly, and this happens to be dark lemon lolly, and I'm just going to do the light. Okay, there, with my blender pen. I've forgotten that. Okay. And then we'll do the last one now. Now, I wanted to do something quite different here. Of course, my son is quite old now, and when you ask him what he wanted for his birthday, he said, well, actually, Mum, I've already bought, and I'd like people to give me money to what I've already bought. So what I decided to do, because we just tend to do bank transfers, I decided that I'd use the a grandkid, I think it's called, and it's got this sentiment: no amount of money could ever show how much I love you. So we've got that to start with. I'm going to put that up there now. I don't want to go over that point there, so I want to be a bit careful there. But I decided that I'm not putting cash, as I say, we do bank transfers, but I wanted to do something that was representing the money. So I decided to get my snail it out, and these cute little envelopes, I made one of them, and I've put underneath how much money I'm sending him, and decorated this. This also goes inside the envelope, so I'm putting it inside the envelope with it sticking out like that, so he can pull out and see how much money he's getting. Actually, I will stick this. I wasn't going to stick it with dimensionals, but I've decided I'm going dimensional mad, aren't I? So I'm just going to put 3 on there. Okay, so I thought it would be a different way of kind of, because you're sending money, but a different way to show that you are. So I've got the envelope there. I'm going to tuck that under there, so that's got it in there. And then no amount of money could have show you how much I love you, but here's some anyway, and I think I'll stick that just flat down. Okay, so I thought that was a sweet way of doing that, and we'll stick that okay at an angle there. Right, so we have got it showing out there. Now I thought I think I'd like some balloons on, I thought, and I know I'd got some balloons in the I want to call it Hungry Hippo. You know the game Hungry Hippo. No, it's not Hungry Hippo. It's the Hippo Happiness. I know there's balloons in that one, but I suddenly realised that I had seen blooms in something else with the string on, and I realised it was another celebration item that was the counting sheets. So you got the counting sheets, and you could earn as well the dies to go with it. So there's some lovely dies in here, because you've got the fences, and that cuts out the sun, cuts out clouds and all the sheep and a flag, and and the balloon, of course, it's got. So I thought, all right, let's do some balloon. So I thought I might stick some balloons going in there. So I'm just going to pop them randomly. No rhyme or reason. They're going to just kind of going off here, and they're going to be different colours. Right, let's see whether I can get a, yeah, I think I'll pop that up on a dimensional, that bit. So I'm gonna go off the card there, and we've got the strings on there, so I'll do that on that one. We've already kind of got balloons on that one, so I'm gonna stick some on this one, I think. So let's see, took it down there a bit. We'll have the green one coming off there, and then I think I am going to stick a dimensional, and we'll stick a purpley, lighter purpley one going off on that one. Okay, so we've got some there. Now, of course, the card will stand like that, so you're not really going to see the back of these. So you're not really going to see the back of those. It's going to be like that, but I will actually do one for the back here. So did I leave my cream card out? In fact, I think what I'll do is the Cajun Craze. How much have I got left of that? So let's see, what did I say they were? They were 3 1/8. So let's do 3 1/8 wide. So I'll start with one at a time. So 3 1/8 wide. 3 1/8 wide. And let's just double check. Oh, something's wet there. What have I just done? Picked up some glue from somewhere. Just let me rub that off. I don't know where that's coming from. So 3 1/8 there, and what did I say they were down? They are 4 1/4. And let's just do 4 1/4. Okay, so there we go, and I will pop that on the back here. So with that equal increment going all the way round. Equal increment all the way around there. And then have I left my green card out somewhere? Let's have a look. Yes, I've got that. Right, so what I'm wanting is to actually do my Stitch So Sweetly, the large one. So there we go. I'll get the Stitch So Sweetly out. And I've got a bit of card. That is the right. Yeah, that's good. So I'll just cut that off. There, that'll do. Cut that off. Let's move that out of the way. Let's bring in my mini. Now, I keep my mini. We have this, I don't know whether it's called Flourishing Flowers set. And you got this lovely cool bag with it. And I keep my mini in there. And that's why I bought it, because I thought, I bet that'll keep my mini in. And it does. So I'll do that. So just going to put this down on the side. Put these in here like this. Right. Just gonna put that on top. Send it through. And just make sure it's put. I'll go backwards because I can't be bothered messing about with it. And I know it'll cut if I've done it through twice. Okay. So there we go. Let's put these to one side and my mini. I'll put on the floor. Okay, so I've got that now. And where's my dies? There we go. I like to try and put my dies away because I am very sad. I had my son staying with me and his fiancée for quite a while, and I was crafting in a very, very tight space, and they had their brand new settees and we had to stack them one on top of each other. But before we did that, they were side by side, so I was working in a very tiny space, and I think I flung one of my dies. Can't find it now. The settee's gone, they've moved out, and I cannot find the die anywhere. So unless I come across it in another set, I've lost a die, and I've never lost a die before, so that's my first ever die I've lost. And that's upset me because I don't like losing things, as we don't. Everybody's like that, aren't they? But it's such a nuisance. Okay, so I've got that now. Let's see. So we've got happy birthday, son. You've got style. No amount of money could ever show how much I love you. But here's some anyway. Right. So you are so loved. I think I'm just going to go simple. You are so loved. I think it's a great sentiment, that. And we'll bring in now. Did I put my... Didn't think I put them away, but I'll get a new one out. Probably under all my stuff. And I'm going to bring back in my garden green. So I'm bringing back in the garden green. I've done that. I hope I've not overdone that. I'll do. There we go, that'll do fine. Let's put that away. And I think I've just cut out, there's only 2 left, so I'm going to stick these on as well. So we'll have one going down there. And I'm going to put the other one up on a dimensional. So get a dimensional on the back of it. Stick that, perhaps going like that. Okay, that'll do fine. And then I'm going to write there, of course. So we'll just stick this, make sure it's not going to go on anything, and it'll help if I've not got my pin in. Now I seem to have picked up a lot of glue. So I'll stick that round there. So you can use whatever sentiment you want. Just put that in the middle with equal increments. There we go. And that is my son's birthday card. And of course that will keep coming out because I want it to be able to come out. And that is how it will stand up. So you've got the 3 things that you've got there going off. So you'll be able to see it better when I do the picture. So it'll be on the front of video as normal. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate that you dropped by. Oh, just let me tell you, I'm sure I'm right in this. In fact, I will put it on this. This will fit in a 5x7 envelope. So I've done it as a 5x7 card, so it'll fit in your 5x7 envelopes. So yeah, okay. So just wanted to let you know that. So thank you very much. As I say, thank you for dropping by. If you want to put some paper on there, you could do. I don't think I'm going to bother because that gives it the contrast, of course. So, but thank you. Anyway, I'm going on task. Bye for now. Stay safe, stay well. Thank you for dropping by. See you soon.